Oops, sorry, didn't realize we were going. Ha! Hey guys, it's Jen Lefforge. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. We have a big night tonight, so in just a minute. Hey guys, I'm back. So it's kind of dark now, so the light is a little bit different yet still, but I just wanted to let you know that I just did the giveaway for the sake of whatever you want to call it, integrity. I counted the number of entries, and then I did random number generator, and our winner of the Minnie Mouse card holder, who will be getting it in the mail next week, is Michelle Tibbetts. So I'm so excited for you. Yay, Michelle. Okay, thanks for playing, everybody. Hooray to whoever won. I'm so happy for you. Thanks for everybody that was part of that and subscribed and liked the video, and the enthusiasm was great and it was just super fun. So it's really, it was just something I wanted to do. And so congratulations to whoever won. I hope you love it. So I had wanted to do a Q&A. It's probably a little premature for me to do a Q&A because my channel's only been around for like a month, but my blog has been around for 7 years and I've been running for 7 years. So I kind of thought, well, maybe a Q&A, it would be a good time to go ahead and do that. And I posted over on the Facebook page, and I did get a few questions, but my one super awesome subscriber, fellow blogger, Stacy, asked me like 5 questions, and I loved all of them. So we're gonna call this segment Answering Stacy's Question, because I'm gonna go ahead and answer all of her questions. And thank you so much, Stacy. I'm gonna put a link to her blog below. She is a pastor and a poet, and you really should check out her blog. You will love it. So let's get started with answering Stacy's questions. So Stacy's first question is, where do you find encouragement on the days when you really don't want to run? I love this question. I find encouragement from a variety of different sources. My Twitter friends, honestly, if you guys have never participated in Run Chat, or you just want to hear from some amazing runners, use hashtag Run Chat. The sun is doing really weird things, so the light keeps going in and out, so sorry about that. Use hashtag Run Chat and you will find the most amazing, authentic people that are just there to encourage you. So the number one thing that I will do if I really don't want to go for a run is I will literally post out on Twitter, I need to run 3 miles and I don't want to. And I get this just outpouring of love and support from my friends there. So lean on your friends. That might be your in real life friends, your Facebook friends, whatever. But if you don't have a running tribe that supports you, then you need to find one. You can find that tribe through joining a local running group. Most of them then also have Facebook groups. I know the tribe that I'm part of, that's the way they roll. And look, the sun just did a weird thing again. That's okay. We'll just pretend that we have mood lighting here. It's literally the window behind me. So you know what? I should show you guys where I film. This is kind of interesting, right? I'm going to turn the camera around. This is my basement, and yeah, it's a basement, but it's a walkout. So I have these beautiful windows down here, and this is like my little Disney corner with my Vero Beach sign and pictures of my boys. And then this is the rest of my office, which is kind of files and exciting things like a shredder. And then there's my wonderful calendar. Oh, I need to change that. It's April. This is a picture that my amazing friend Elizabeth in the UK sent me. It was actually from a New York Times article, and she ordered it, and I absolutely love it. I don't know if you guys can see. It's got like a brain and all the different, it was an article about your brain on Disney. Love that. This I've had since I was in high school. It was part of a series, and I'm just in love with my little sorcerer Mickey. Kermit is new. Hi, Kermit. Love that. And then just some things that are important to me. Picture of my boys, a sketch that we bought at Disney years ago. So just things are down here that I love. And so it's fun for me to film these videos in a place where I feel like I'm surrounded with things that I love. So anyway, I don't know if you find that interesting or not, but I really love Kermit. Isn't he so cute? Okay, so that's the number one way I find encouragement, through my running tribe. If I cannot get a hold of anybody in my running tribe and I'm just feeling down and discouraged and I don't want to get out the door, my number one tip is go ahead and get dressed. like you were going to go out for a run. And I mean, the whole time you could be grumbling and thinking to yourself, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Do it anyway. Get totally dressed in your clothes, put your shoes on, lace your shoes up. If you decide not to go at that point, fine. But I will tell you that 9 times out of 10, if I get fully dressed, I'm going out the door. If I'm still grumbling by the time I walk out the door, my rule is run for 5 minutes. If I'm out for 5 minutes and I'm still miserable, I'm gonna go ahead and come home, because typically for me that means that I might be sick or something else is going on that's keeping me from wanting to run. But definitely go to your tribe. If they're not available, get dressed, head out for 5 minutes, and then kind of assess the situation. So that's my answer to that. Okay, let's move on to what does Stacy want to know? Question number 2. Do you have someone who helps to hold you accountable to your goals? But really, I would say it's the running tribe. But my big motivation is if I don't run, I am not a balanced person. I need running to settle down the monkeys in my brain. And if I don't do it, I notice and everyone around me notices. So that's probably my biggest accountability, is that if I don't run, I'm crazy. So that's a big thing for me. How many races do you average in a year? I average 3 to 4 half marathons and usually a couple of 10Ks. I rarely do 5Ks. I just can't get motivated. This is so horrible, especially if it's local. Like I was just scheduled for one the other weekend and I was like, I don't want to get up and drive 45 minutes to run for a half an hour. It just doesn't, I don't know. I need to get over that. Anyway, 3 to 4 half marathons, couple of 10Ks thrown in there, and that's really it. I kind of am always training for something. I don't know that I've really taken a look at my race calendar for this year, but I don't like to have more than like 6 weeks off between training cycles. And maybe that's kind of part B to that question about accountability, is I have run a half marathon without being properly trained. And it was the longest 3 hours of my life. It was miserable. I won't ever do that again. So having a race on the calendar makes me get out the door and go for a run. And so maybe that's why I like to have so many of them already scheduled. This year, I'm doing Star Wars, which is coming up in 3 weeks, as we have discussed. And then I will probably do the half marathon in January. I'm still kind of on the fence about what I'm gonna do in January. And then I don't have anything else scheduled. And so I need to think that through, because I definitely have time right now to add a couple more runs in there. So, but typically it's 3 to 4 half marathons every year. What would you say is the #1 reason to invest in a Run Disney race? So that's kind of an interesting question, because it's an investment if you think about it in terms of the training and the fun and all of that is an investment in you as a person. It's a luxury. There is no two ways about it. In fact, I'm thinking of doing a blog post, because I've done a blog post about how much does it really cost to run a Run Disney race. In fact, it's my #1 most searched for on Google. So I'm gonna put a link to that blog post down here as well. And it's actually a few years old. It is not inexpensive to run Disney, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it's all about where you want to spend that money. There's a lot of things that I don't do. I don't spend a lot of money on my nails. I don't buy super expensive handbags, with that one Dooney and Bourke unboxing that I did that I'll post right here. That's the exception. That's where I choose to spend my money, and it's just fun and it's indulgent, and the training is good for me. And so doing it with my friends is always a big deal. And I just enjoy the experience. So I don't know if that answers that question, but as far as what makes Disney better than spending money on any other racecation, it really isn't. I mean, if you're not as into Disney as I am, then any other race, I mean, my favorite marathon was the Chicago Marathon, which, oh my gosh, 2012, unbelievable race day, great weather. Were you there? Because it was so fun. There's a lot of great races. The Rock and Roll series, I like big, exciting races. Small races freak me out, and they're all kind of expensive, but nothing is as expensive as Disney. So again, it's a luxury, but so fun and so magical, and definitely worth doing once for sure. Okay, so let's see, last question. Your best advice for coming back after taking time off for injury and being so frustrated with all the ground that you've lost. So my #1 tip on this, which thank the Lord, I have never had a huge break because of injury. I've had some like niggles, like I've got plantar fasciitis and I've got a little bit of IT band syndrome, but through just stretching, I've been able to kind of run through it. I have had the experience, however, of taking a long break because life got in the way and I wasn't training for race and I just didn't run. And that first run when you go out is incredibly discouraging. And I get that 100%. So that's one of those things where I get it. I totally 100% get it. And I think you have to remember that you're not actually starting from scratch. Even if it's been 3 months or 6 months or a year since you've run, that muscle memory will kick in way quicker than you think that it will. You're more fit than you think you are, and it does take a while, but every time you stop and start and stop and start and stop and start, in my experience, it takes a little less time to feel like you know what you're doing again. And mentally you're trained, right? You know what your body is capable of. So when you're running and it's hurting, you're not thinking, oh my gosh, I'm probably going to die. You're thinking this is part of the process. So there's a maturity there that will really help you. So I hope that helps. I hope that you feel like you've known me a little bit better through this. I loved showing you guys where I vlog. This has been just really fun chatting with you guys. Congratulations again to our winner. I hope you have a great day. And if you have any additional questions for me, please list those in the comments below. And thanks for being with me as we answer Stacy's questions. Subscribe, like, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.